Then we've just got our last four boilerplate clauses. The entire agreement clause says that the contract is only what is on these pages. Anything we talked about, any emails we exchanged, anything outside of this agreement, not part of our contract. Attorney's fees is here to protect you because it's more likely that the client is going to not pay than you not deliver the services. And so it's there to say that if you have to sue your client, if you have to go to arts arbitration and mediation, if you have to do something like that, that not only do they need to pay whatever they owe you, but your attorney's fees as well. This is much more important when you're working with a client completely remotely. They're not nearby you. And it will say that if there is any dispute, that the laws of your state and disputes must be resolved in courts near you, not near them. Waiver is a section of a contract that says, when we operate as a business, sometimes we give people passes because we're trying to preserve the relationship, because it's not really a big deal that time that they are 2 days late and getting you the thing because you are planning on being out of town, so you wouldn't have dealt with it anyways until 2 days later. But just because you don't enforce something one time, the waiver provision says, doesn't mean it's a complete waiver and it never has to apply again, or that it has to apply in the future. So just because you give them a pass one time and say, we're not going to worry about the late episode fee this time, doesn't mean you have to give them a pass in the future. And then the severability clause just says that if at any point in time a certain section of this contract is invalid or enforceable or illegal, the rest of the contract is still in effect. Again, when this was created, it's all valid. Laws may change. The most likely one that will be unenforceable that I see all the time is if you put too big of a number in here. Remember, we talked about that you need to figure out what your maximum is allowed by your state law.